He claims that he's better than you and you know it. And that he's the youngest, fastest rising superstar in professional wrestling. And that is by far true. What's up, guys? This is Menace the Kid. And today on the Menacing Podcast, the Pro Wrestling Menace Podcast, we're talking about MJF once more. But it's a question to it. Is MJF really the biggest draw in professional wrestling today? Is that a fact? I mean, because here in this modern day of wrestling, we have guys like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Wardlow, Darby Allin, just to name a few, people that are kind of big and are drawing numbers. I wouldn't necessarily say Darby Allin or, draw numbers like how CM Punk drew numbers and how Chris Jericho drew numbers for the beginning of AEW. But is MJF really the biggest draw in professional wrestling today? Yes. Yes, he is. He's a bigger draw than Roman Reigns. He's a bigger draw than Chris Jericho. He's a bigger draw than Cody Rhodes. He's a bigger draw than CM Punk. Why is MJF the biggest draw in professional wrestling today? Well, because like he said in his work shoot promo, he make you feel instead of having to do a bunch of BS in the ring. And MJF is actually committed to his craft. And he studies his craft. If you watched his recent interview with Ariel Helwani, he says he watches wrestling more than football. Because he studies his craft. He studies what he's a product of. And that's professional wrestling. MJF is very smart. He knows how to get a reaction from the crowd. He knows how to make them hate him. He knows how to make them love him. He knows how to keep your eyes on him. He knows how to keep an audience. He knows how to... He knows. He's a very smart kid, And he is one of the best wrestlers of this generation, of this last decade. And he's only 26. That's the scary thing about it. He's good in the ring. He's great on the microphone. And he's everything that you want in a professional wrestler. MJF is the full package, and you rarely get those nowadays. He's a rare gem. And everybody wants him. He literally is where the money is. MJF is money. He's a big money player. Everybody wants to see MJF. Whether they hate him or they love him, they want to see him. Because how good he can work a crowd. What he's able to do and accomplish in his presence and his time of being in the ring. Whether it's cutting a promo, whether it's a good segment, or whether it's a great match. He can make it work. And he also knows how to put other wrestlers over. Like, he put Wardlow over perfectly. He put over Wardlow. And Wardlow's the best he has ever been. Working with MJF. See, when he worked with CM Punk. He made CM Punk the best he ever was. Everybody that he worked with, he bettered them because of just how good he is at being a professional wrestler. I don't see how you can dislike MJF. But at the same time, I don't see how you can like MJF. The reason why I say that is because you can't hate on him for being a huge draw in the industry. And you can't like him for him being such a douchebag. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's on both sides of the fence. MJF can go anywhere and make it. But the thing is, it's about who pays him more. Imagine if MJF goes to WWE. He will skyrocket their ratings. I mean, they're already good ratings because Triple H is running the thing. But he's going to skyrocket those ratings. Who wouldn't want to see MJF on WWE platform? Cody already jumped ship. And if you listen to his recent interview with Ariel Helwani, he says something interesting. He compared himself to Terry Funk. How he doesn't stay in the same company. When he goes to a different promotion, he draws, he makes money, and he gets the ratings and viewership up. And once he feel like he did all he could do in that company, he leaves and go to a different promotion. And he continues to draw because of how good he is and how popular he is. Maybe that's what MJF is going to do. Could you see, if you date back to his earlier careers, back when he was in CCW and MLW, the indies. He made himself a big name in the indies. Then when he felt like, okay, it's time for me to go up, he went to AEW. And MJF is just keep growing and growing and growing. And I feel like once he has won the AEW World title and he loses it, I feel like, okay, it's time for me to go somewhere else. That depends if he wants to win the TNT championship or not. Because I know he's going to win the AEW World title. They're not going to keep it on Jon Moxley. I'm going to savor my thoughts about Jon Moxley for the next episode. So if you're a Jon Moxley fan, don't listen to the next episode if you're a Jon Moxley fan. Because I have some things to say about Jon Moxley. But anyway, back to MJF. I feel like when MJF is done with AEW, he will go to WWE. That's just how I feel. Because why not? One, like I said countless times on this podcast, he's a huge draw. Two, he wants to make the most money. So why not go to WWE, a $1 billion company that's been out for over 50 years? That's logic. And now WWE is getting more freedom under Triple H's wing than when Vince was running things. So why not? Why not? MJF is also a big draw because he's something authentic, and he's not trying to be the next Shawn Michaels or the next Hulk Hogan or the next Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's He's not trying to mimic any wrestlers. He's trying to be the one and only MJF. And he's doing a very good job of that. Very good job of that. MJF is trying to plant his own seed and grow his own foundation. And that's exactly what he's doing. And he's making sense. And he's mastering his craft. But guys, let me know. Let me know, where would y'all like to see MJF? Would y'all like to see him in Impact? Would y'all like to see him in WWE? Would y'all like to see him in New Japan? Which I highly doubt he'll go, because what he said on the Ariel Helwani show about in New Japan, how it's not a good not a good promotion. Where would you want to see MJF go? Actually, no, this is the better question. Where do you think MJF will draw the most attention? I mean, that's the obvious answer. The obvious answer is WWE. Because WWE is known to many fans and many people. Even if you don't watch WWE, you're very aware of WWE. But thank you guys for listening to this podcast episode. Please like it. Please listen for more wrestling news or wrestling predictions and debates and all that goodness. Tune in for the Jon Moxley episode. Oh my God, if you're a fan of Jon Moxley, don't watch. Okay, bye.